Man who pulled gun after Burger King worker wouldn't take drugs for payment gets 143 years in prison. FBI truck burglarized in San Francisco. Suspect claimed he traded valuable ballistics vest for $20 meth sack. U.S. fugitive. Man who pulled gun after Burger King worker wouldn't take drugs for payment gets 143 years in prison. FBI truck burglarized in San Francisco. Suspect claimed he traded valuable ballistics vest for $20 meth sack. U.S. fugitive known as the Devil captured while working as cop in Mexico 20 years after Ohio murder.
In Japan, missing pair of scissors leads to dozens of flights being canceled and hundreds delayed. Study finds gun violence in rural America rises as deer hunting season begins. Appellate panel allows Californians to buy more than one gun per month.
Lawsuit from Colombia for allegedly posing as its national team. In Australia, cops seize Lamborghini Huracan from man who's been on unemployment benefits since 2019. New Starbucks CEO allowed company jet for 1,000 miles commute to Seattle. Mexico issues arrest warrant for Joaquin Guzman Lopez over kidnapping of Sinaloa cartel leader El Mayo Zambada, as Mexico to bring charges against Capo, not for drugs, but for turning over another drug lord to U.S. A German court upholds the conviction of a former secretary at a Nazi concentration camp, age 99. Cycling race forced to change route due to Wales's default 20 miles per hour limit.
NY conman cleric Father Paul used $650,000 in phony charity donations to fund lavish lifestyle, plastic surgery, announced federal authorities. In Austria, daughter of doctor, allegedly drilled open skull during surgery. Reportedly, Houthi arms dealers using social media to buy and sell weapons.
Surprising number of iPad kids are on study finds. Scrolling through online videos increases feelings of boredom, study finds. Pakistan blames users for slow internet as firewall rumors grow.
In the UK, woman arrested for silent prayer outside abortion clinic wins £13,000 payout. In the UK, clapping for NHS during COVID was like treating service as a religion, Ombudsman says. Revised LDS handbook updates transgender policies, medical restrictions to garments, as new LDS church policies relegate trans members to second-class status, scholars warn.
FDA approves 2 updated COVID vaccines. Thailand confirms Asia's first known case of new deadlier monkeypox variant. People seen as wise share key characteristics, according to a global study.
Germany is facing a deadly opioid crisis as fentanyl is entering the market. Canada banning sales of flavored nicotine pouches in convenience stores, gas stations.
Dr. Fauci was hospitalized with West Nile virus and is now recovering at home, a spokesperson says. World's first lung cancer vaccine trials launched across 7 countries. Mark Zuckerberg says White House was wrong to pressure Facebook on COVID. Former postal worker accused of intercepting drugs and delivering them to traffickers in New Jersey. More than $900,000 in drugs and cell phones seized at Edmonton prison. Half of South Koreans have chronic anger issues, as per a study.
Available AI characters for memes and visualizing ideas. Amazon aims to launch delayed AI Alexa subscription in October. OpenAI supports California AI bill requiring watermarking of synthetic content, and Elon Musk says California should probably pass the SB 1047 AI safety bill.
Tesla's Elon Musk shares first look inside Cortex supercluster at Giga Texas. Anthropic publishes the system prompts that make Claude tick. Files by Google gets ready to start summarizing your documents, as per APK teardown.
In U.S., police officers are starting to use AI chatbots to write crime reports. Japan's police to deploy AI-powered drones in disaster-hit areas to deter looters. New startup wants to sell you sunlight after dark using mirrors.
Researchers uncover new infrastructure tied to FIN7 cybercrime group. Microsoft Office, Teams vulnerabilities enable hackers to access camera and microphone on macOS, claimed in the report. After 7 years, Google will stop paying researchers to find vulnerabilities in popular Android apps. Xeon Sender tool exploits cloud APIs for large-scale SMS phishing attacks. Windows Zero Day was exploited by North Korea to install advanced rootkit, and Microsoft patches Zero Day flaw exploited by North Korea's Lazarus Group. New UU loader malware distributes Ghost RAT and Mimikatz in East Asia.
Force in restructuring push. iPhone challenger nothing calls staff back in 5 days a week, threatening dissenters with dismissal. Google denies reports that it's discontinuing Fitbit products.
China's State Security Ministry unveils espionage disguised as wind measurement tower construction. U.S. lawmakers demand probe into TP-Link, claiming spying risks from China. In Israel, Ramat Gan resident indicted for conspiring with Iranian agent to incite instability.
Google Maps adds offline mode on Wear OS smartwatches in public beta, claimed in the report. New Windows 11 build removes ancient, arbitrary 32GB size limit for FAT32 disks.
Midjourney opens website to all users, offering 25 free AI image generations. SpaceX set for historic Polaris Dawn launch, first commercial spacewalk. Exploitation expected for flaw in caching plugin installed on 5M WordPress sites. GitHub Enterprise Server 3.13.3 tackles critical SAML vulnerability. New PG_M malware targets PostgreSQL databases to mine cryptocurrency.
Millions of office and hotel RFID smart cards vulnerable to instant cloning through hidden backdoor. Google fixes 9th Chrome zero-day tagged as exploited this year. China-linked Velvet Ant hackers exploited zero-day to deploy malware on Cisco Nexus switches.
New macOS malware Cthulhu Stealer targets Apple users' data. SolarWinds leaks credentials and hotfix for exploited web help desk flaw. MIGO research identifies over 15,000 potentially impacted applications using AWS ALB.
Starlink now being deployed on U.S. Navy warships as U.S. Navy is rolling out high-speed LEO internet across the fleet. Biden takes inaugural flight in long-delayed new Marine One helicopter. America's first sodium-ion battery gigafactory is coming to North Carolina.
Microsoft will try the data scraping Windows recall feature again in October. A wave of biological privacy laws may be coming as tech gadgets capture our brainwaves. Microsoft finally officially confirms it's killing Windows Control Panel sometime soon.
Instagram is adding a MySpace-like song on profile feature. Threads spotted exploring ads, but says no immediate timeline toward monetization. Chick-fil-A plans to launch streaming service with original shows, reports say. iOS bug causes iPhone to crash when you type certain 4 characters. Chinese scientists use lunar soil to produce water, state media reports. Chandrayaan-3 mission's Pragyan rover finds evidence of an ancient magma ocean near Moon's south pole.
Phones expected. Meta cancels its Apple Vision Pro competitor. Microsoft backtracks on deprecating the 39-year-old Windows Control Panel.
Critical flaws in Tracker GPS system expose users to remote attacks. ESET research discovers Ngate, Android malware, which relays NFC traffic to steal victims' cash from ATMs. In Canada, Park and Fly reveals data breach affecting 1 million customer files.
Microsoft fixes ASCII smuggling flaw that enabled data theft from Microsoft 365 Copilot. Sonic Wall issues critical patch for firewall vulnerability allowing unauthorized access. Crayola trademarks the slightly earthy smell of its crayons. Darwin's fear was unjustified. Study suggests fossil record gaps not a major issue.
Social platform X edits AI chatbot after election officials warn that it spreads misinformation. World Bank halts paid advertising on X after CBS News finds its promoted ad under racist content. Court orders X to reveal investors. Links to Putin's allies found, as a court filing unmasked the 100 investors in Elon Musk's X, with a Saudi prince, major VCs, Diddy and Jack Dorsey. El Salvador sides with Telegram's CEO, advocates free speech. Russian hacktivists target French websites in the wake of Telegram founder's arrest. Telegram, says it is compliant with EU Digital Services Act after founder Pavel Durov's arrest.
Telegram founder's arrest part of broad investigation. French prosecutors say, as Telegram CEO arrested over probe into child porn, drug trafficking on app, Russians do everything via Telegram. Pavel Durov's arrest upends Kremlin military comms, and reportedly panic mounts on pro-war Russian Telegram channels after Pavel Durov's arrest. France's Macron says arrest of the head of the Telegram messaging app wasn't political. UAE requests consular services for detained Telegram founder. IBM to close China R&D operations, affecting 1,600 workers, claimed in reports. China's industrial strategy on collision course with top German export industries. Black Myth Wukong is still delayed indefinitely on Xbox Series XS due to a memory leak issue, as per a rumor. Black Myth Wukong becomes smash hit with over 10 million copies sold.
EU plans 36% tariff on Chinese EVs, with lower duty for Tesla. Following US lead, Canada to hit China with tariffs on electric vehicles, aluminum, steel, as Canada follows US, imposes 100% tariff on EVs imported from China. China's BYD beats Honda and Nissan in April to June term for the vehicles sold.
Electronics weighs India IPO to help chase $75 billion goal. Temu owner PDD plunges 18% after revenue. Outlook disappoint, as China's PDD suffers $55 billion market cap wipeout after flagging an uncertain market. Boeing announces China commercial fleet to more than double by 2043 for growth and modernization. Blink-182 to release part 2 of One More Time album. 16-year-old becomes first Hong Konger to win Pokemon Go World Championship. Discussions to bring UFC to SA are underway. George Santos loses lawsuit against Jimmy Kimmel over cameo videos. The Acolyte is dead. Star Wars series won't return for season 2. Phil Donahue, who reinvented U.S. talk shows by including the audience, dies at 88.
Foxtel CEO Patrick Delaney apologizes for Nazi salute photo. D.C. councilman who claimed Jews controlled the weather charged with bribery. Former Congressman George Santos pleads guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft.
Ridley Scott to direct Paramount's BG's movie from GK Films. Joker director Todd Phillips says Hulk Hogan biopic with Chris Hemsworth no longer happening. Fallout co-creator Tim Kaine believes that criticizing capitalism was never the point of the series. It's actually just the whole war never-changing thing.
TikTok tourists trample on Angkor Wat in viral Temple Run recreation as Temple Run trend takes Cambodian tourism by storm. Ronaldo's YouTube debut breaks records, nears 1 billion social media followers. China gets new soft power lever in Tencent-backed Wukong game as internet goes wild for Chinese video game, even as reviewers bash censorship.
Judge orders Martin Shkreli to turn over all copies of unreleased Wu-Tang Clan album. Foo Fighters donate My Hero royalties to Kamala Harris campaign after Donald Trump uses song at rally. Trump and associates set to face Isaac Hayes' estate in court over use of songwriter's music.
Glenn Powell-led Running Man reboot, directed by Edgar Wright, sets November production start at Paramount. Quentin Tarantino refuses to watch Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 is one of the best movies I've ever seen and the perfect trilogy ender. I'm done. Mariah Carey says her heart is broken after mother and sister die on same day.
Showbiz study shows. U.S. government report says fluoride at twice the recommended limit is linked to lower IQ in kids.
Webb finds early galaxies weren't too big for their britches after all. Uranus' 4 biggest moons may have buried oceans of salty water. Astronomers might finally have explanation for mysterious wow signal.
Public trust in drinking water safety is low globally. Study finds association with perceptions of public corruption. The largest known protein has been discovered in algae, and it's a machine that makes poison.